What up, fam? It's your boy Aaron coming to you again from First and Faithful. Another news day for the Niners. Seems like it's a common occurrence lately. Some of the news today: Raheem Mostert has restructured his contract with the team. No new years have been added. Basically, what the team did is gave him a $300,000 signing bonus. Then his base salary for this season will be 2.575 million will be his base salary, but they have included incentives into the contract that if he reached them all would be worth another 2.75 million. So basically, he could double his salary on the year. Good news for Mostert, good news for the team. Honestly, good news for the fans. Say what you will about how Mostert and his agent kind of went about this, demanding the trade, etc. Whether you were with Mostert or you were with the team, as a fan, I'm just happy this is kind of over and done with. There was a potential for a holdout, and that's just, as a fan, that's just not the news I want to hear or have to discuss. So for me, it's just good news. It's done. Mostert seems to be happy. The team seems to be happy. Everybody can move on. I hope he hits those incentives. If he hits those incentives, that means he had a pretty good season, and that bodes well for the team. So good on everybody for getting this worked out, and we'll see what happens. The other kind of interesting news, maybe more interesting to me, was John Lynch kind of finally broke his radio silence. We haven't heard from him in a while. I mean, pretty much since the draft. I mean, he's given a couple quotes here and there, but mostly been radio silent. But today reached out to NBC Sports Bay Area regarding the Jamal Adams trade. It had been reported a couple weeks ago that the Niners had inquired about Adams after the trade to the Seahawks went down. It was reported by Jeremy Fowler of ESPN that it was believed that the Cowboys and Niners were in on Adams. So, when asked about it, Lynch said, quote, "Totally inaccurate. We did not ever make a call about the player," unquote. Kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing for me that he breaks kind of his radio silence now, and like half of me wants to believe him, half of me doesn't. Lynch has been, I feel like, compared to those bulk days, Lynch has been very open, I think, with the media and with the fans regarding what is going on with the team. I, for one, have kind of appreciated that a lot of the information has come directly from him, from the team, instead of, leaks through the media and sources and all that. But it was just kind of weird that, he chose now, like he felt the need to say something. I feel like he didn't have to say anything at all. He could just, just let it go. So, like, part of me's like, is he saying this to kind of like save face? Is he, is he being truthful? Like, yeah, we never reached out. Is it one of those half truths where the Jets reached out? And so, yes, technically the Niners never made a phone call, but the Jets did. Price was too high, and the Niners said, "Hey, we're all good with that." Obviously, you don't want to come out and say, "Hey, we got outbid," but I feel like, he could say, like, when there was the OBJ trade talk, and he said that the Giants wanted, I think, a high draft pick, and I think DeForest Buckner, and he said that was too much, basically, to give up for OBJ. So if the price was too high, I also feel like he could just say that, like, look, we inquired about Adams, the price was too high, and we passed. That's about as far as it went. So just kind of weird to me that he came out now. I'm just kind of conflicted about it. Y'all let me know what you think about it. Were they in on it, or was it more just Jets calling and say, "Hey, he's available, here's the price," and I said, "No, that's way too much, hard pass." Maybe we'll never know. I doubt. It's not like the Jets are going to come out and be like, "Yeah, Lynch called us 6 times. Here's the film records." That's not happening. So, who knows? And the last bit of news, not as kind of big as the other two, Richie James Jr. is on the reserve COVID-19 list. was put on that today does not mean he himself has COVID-19. It could mean that he has just been exposed to somebody with COVID-19. The team is not allowed to, because I assume with HIPAA and all that health privacy laws, they can't just come out and say he's got COVID unless he himself wants to say that. So he is on that list. He was part of the group that reported early last week, the rehab players. So obviously he's recovering from his wrist injury, quarterbacks and rookies. So again, not sure if he tested positive or if he was just exposed to somebody, and so they're putting him on that list, quarantine him, taking their due diligence on that will be kind of interesting to see. I think that brings the total number of people on that list just league-wide up to 24, I believe. And I'm sure as everybody starts reporting and testing and etc., expect that number to rise, I assume, fairly quickly. Hopefully not too bad, but you can only expect to see those numbers kind of go up. So that's it. That's the news for today. Let me know what you guys think about the John Lynch comments about Jamal Adams. Like I said, let me know if you think the Niners were in on him, not in on him. Like I said, the comment was just the timing. It was just weird to me in general. Also, let me know what you think about the Mostert deal. Are you happy? Like I said, I think it's just good for everybody involved. He got a little bit of money, incentives. We don't have to talk about it anymore. I think it's just good for everybody. But let me know what you guys think. And then, let me know what you guys think about the COVID testing. How many players you think might end up on that list? If you think, we'll see the numbers stay pretty low, or you think, we'll see a spike. I think the Marlins had to cancel a game because like half their roster got tested positive for COVID, so they had to cancel a game. So let me know if you think that will happen in the NFL. But in the meantime, this has been First and Faithful. I'm Aaron. Deuces. You so the gooses.